Hey, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, hockey fans of all ages. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, I'm saying good morning because I'm recording this because I have to work today. Early start today for the Buffalo Sabres. They start at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Eastern time. What can we say about the last game? I mean, the Sabres played well enough to win. Just didn't get the W. I mean, they played penalty free hockey, which we've been asking for. But they had been on the West Coast road trip. I think all the games they had more than double digit penalties. Last couple games weren't as bad because, or at least the Anaheim game wasn't as bad because of there was the fight that added to the penalty minutes. But penalty free hockey, they got tons of shots, 39 shots. Um, and controlled large swaths of the play. It just felt like every shot that they actually got through on Philip Gustafson went right to the crest. It wasn't like they were trying to pick corners or anything like that. They just like everything went right to Gustafson, and that it just it doesn't just speak to the Sabres shot choices, but it really speaks to the positioning of Gustafson in getting himself in front of the puck. But they, outshot, penalty free, just a bad mistake. Kirill Kaprizov burying a goal and essentially a 4-on-1. Um, and still, Luukkonen got over. It was just, it's Kirill Kaprizov. I mean, you give him a shot like that, he's going to bury it. That holds up. It's a 1-0 loss. Sometimes you're the baby. like with the LA game where we got the 1-0 victory. And sometimes you're the diaper and the 39 shots penalty free and you lose the game 1-0. So, um, yeah, that's how that went. You don't want to see the Sabres change too much out of their game other than scoring, for today's game. But let's take a look at the Vancouver Canucks. This is part of a 14 game slate of the NHL. A lot of early games today as well. All of them start. I think all of them are starting at 3 o'clock. Um, oh no, there's a couple that start earlier. So New York and Philadelphia, 1 o'clock this afternoon. Chicago and Minnesota at 2 o'clock. And then Buffalo starts a slate of games at 3 p.m. Lots of games starting at 3 p.m. We got the Devils in Detroit, Washington hosting the Islanders, the the Florida Panthers in Carolina, Calgary and Columbus, and Nashville and Tampa. They got a couple of 3:30s and a few more games going on later in the afternoon and evening. So, yeah, let's talk about the Vancouver Canucks. They are 11-7-3 on the season, fourth in the Pacific Division. Quinn Hughes leads the team with 23 points, 5 goals, and 18 assists. Kevin Lankinen leads the goalies with 2.58 goals against average, 909 save percentage, and 10 wins. Um, uh, we might I've been trolling on X to see if there's been any updates, but Thatcher Demko, the number one goalie there in Vancouver, is getting closer to return. He got injured in the first game of the at the end of the first game of the playoffs last year, and was has been out with a knee injury and is close to return. He's been at practice, so we might see Demko, we might see Lankinen. Right now, it's listed as Lankinen starting today. But anyway, three keys to the game: score, please, for the love of God, score. And the Sabres have had a little bit of issues scoring the last, over the last week. The LA game, um, it the even the Anaheim and the San Jose games had times where it looked like the Sabres were pushing a little too hard to try and score, and they weren't getting many results. So, um, try and get your scoring footing back under you to get the 2 points. Pressure their D. Their D is it's Quinn Hughes and not a whole lot else. And if you can keep Quinn Hughes off the score sheet, and I said keep the first line off the score sheet for the Wild, and they did it for the most part, except for that one mistake there in the first period, but that ended up costing them. But pressure the D, keep Quinn Hughes off the score sheet, um, and see if you can get some good scoring chances by pressuring their D, and then prevent the slide. You lost one. Win today. You got a quick turnaround because you're going to the island tomorrow, and want to make sure that you do not see the team slide into oblivion. Um, Anyway, let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Vancouver Canucks. Jake DeBrusk, Elias Pettersson, and Kiefer Sherwood on the first line. Dakota Joshua, Pia Suter, Connor Garland on the second line. Danton Heinen, Teddy Bluger, and Brock Besser on the third line. Nils Hoglander, Atu Ratu, and Arshdeep, which I love that name, Arshdeep Baines on the fourth line. Canucks defensive pairs, we got Quinn Hughes, Philip Roenick with Eric Brandstrom and Tyler Myers, former Sabre Alert, and Carson Soucy and Noah Juleson. Canucks goaltenders so far, maybe we see Demko, but Kevin Lankinen and Artur Shilovs. If it does come to Demko starting, then you'll probably see Shilovs go into the press box. Canuck scratches. Max Sasson is scratched. Injuries to Derek Forbert and Vincent Desharnais with Forbert with a knee, Desharnais with the lower body injury. And then they don't have Demko on here, so maybe he is coming back. Sabres forwards per NHL.com. I don't know that I agree with the fourth line, but we'll see. JJ Peterka, Tage Thompson, Alex Tuck, no surprise there. Zach Benson, Dylan Cousins, Peyton Krebs on the second line. Jason Zucker, Uri Kulik, Jack Quinn on the third line. Beck Mallenstein, Ryan McLeod, and Sam Lafferty. I don't know that you have McLeod on the fourth line. You just had the guy on the first line while Thompson's out, so not sure you stick him there, but Lindy Ruff works in mysterious ways, and NHL.com lines are a little mysterious as well. So defensive pairs, we've got Darlene with Byram, Owen Power with Henry Yokiharu, Jacob Bryson with Connor Clifton, and starting goaltender will be Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. And you can't fault him for what happened against Minnesota. He stopped like 28 to 29 shots, and was beaten on a 4-on-1 like that. You can't fault him for what happened against the Minnesota Wild. So he earns the start against the Vancouver Canucks, and it looks like we'll probably see James Reimer tomorrow night against the Islanders. Scratches and injuries for the Sabres. Still scratched Nicholas Aube-Kubel and Dennis Gilbert. Injured Jordan Greenway, middle body, and Matthias Samuelsson, lower body. Today's odds per DraftKings, play responsibly. Buffalo is a goal and a half favorite. Or I'm sorry, goal and a half underdog. Plus 1.5. And over under 6. Money line is Buffalo at 102, minus 102. Next episode is going to be on Saturday night at 6:30 p.m. Eastern as the Buffalo Sabres take on the New York Islanders. We'll see you then. It's a 7:30 start. Islanders like to start at 7:30 for some reason. I don't know why, but 7:30 start on the Island. I guess maybe to allow New York their fans to get out there to the Long Island through the traffic. But anyway, that's the show. Fastest 15 minutes in hockey. So thank you for joining us today, and we will talk to you all on tomorrow night. Tomorrow night at 6:30 as we take on the Islanders. Hopefully, we're talking about a Buffalo Sabres victory. Let's go Buffalo, and we'll see you then.